No one else would have had a virtual chat over a physical chat.
Particularly if it's the same relation, yeah.
No way. So like it made it completely, I was just like, why didn't you tell me from the start? And they were like, oh, we didn't want to make it seem like, you were never in the running because like it was virtual. I was like, well, of course I'm never in the running. You know, it really made sense. Like,
yeah. Are you two going to stay up there, do you think?
I don't know. We'll either stay up in that double bed or we'll stay in that double bed.
That double bed, yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's so weird. I'm just still in shock, I think.
Yeah, you two should stay in that double bed together.
Maybe. I'll ask you. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay in?
I'm leaving now.
You're going home?
She's packing all this stuff. Where do you want to stay in the double bed we stayed in last night, or do you want to move up this end for this?
I think if you're going to go anywhere,
bear in mind, Jenkins snoring is no longer an issue.
Definitely, if you're going to move
either staying
over
in this
here,
double or
make
that
sure you
double.
share the double bed.
We can stay here.
Do you want to move up that side?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we can chat until the lights go out.
Definitely.
I don't want anyone to feel
alone.
alone.
Was that east side or west side?
This
That's
is west side.
East side really did die.
That's crazy.
Well, actually, it was 2 and 3 in the end.
Yeah, but that went far quicker. We lost.
It was like crickets.
Remember when it was close to the bed?
We lost
3 west siders tonight.
But we lost 4 east siders on the first few weeks.
That's
you lost no
mental.
one until Dylan left. And that was kind of more obvious he was leaving because of the fight that happened.
But Trish left on her own accord. And then left after she moved over that side. It was cursed, so you should move over here.
Yeah, get yourselves over here, because I don't want anyone left alone on that side. They could snatch you through that wall for all we know.
Oh, and like Paul, I can't wait to see Paul again.
So I said to the boys as they were leaving, I was like, please,
you're gonna be
tell
so left
Chanel
out.
I say hi. Make sure Paul's okay.
You're left out now.
I know, all my pals are out, except no, and you lot. Fucking hell.
Oh.
Literally, they'll all be out getting drunk before the final, man.
They won't be together though. Oh,
No,
they will be the day of the final.
They'll all be getting ready for the final together. I mean, I could be out with them by then anyway, so it's cool.
Or they could be back in the house by Friday.
I
Any of
know.
them could be back in. But then I realistically think, like, Chanel, if she had the option to come back in the house, no.
She ain't coming back.
She ain't coming back in the house if someone give her 100 grand. No.
I bet that there'll be
she's not coming
messages
back.
from everyone who's out.
I want to
now.
hear the message.
Like, whoever's the finalist, they'll get that little, like...
That'd be cool.
Hi, it's Chanel from...
Even if we don't get
outside.
letters, I don't expect we're getting letters after we got face-to-face, our
No,
families.
I think there'll still be letters from home.
I think this week we'll get some
It could
sort
even
of
be-
touch of home.
It could have even
that
been...
gives us that final push, because the morale...
It might even be tomorrow because
The
of...
morale amongst us all...
You're right.
Yeah.
...isn't low, but this feels unsafe.
The morale is quite low.
You said yourself that
But
when
it's
they
different
do
for me
this-
because I have lost, like...
You man lover.
You're right that
man lover.
when they crash you down, the next day is going to be food or hugs. Something will, like, make us feel warm and fuzzy so that we, like, are off guard again. Because right now we are
Or they'll put us through hell to
They
win.
gave us a spa day.
They do that
Lovely.
so much.
And then they gave us a hard day at school. And then they gave us a triple eviction. Never heard of that before. And then they...
I thought triple would be last week.
They do that so often. It's
Same
like,
as 5
give us
years.
amazing things.
That's
and
what
then
I
something
always
awful.
say to them when they're like, are you not happy? I'm like, no.
After Halloween, I
Because
knew we
with
were getting a
every
nice
high
meal.
comes a low.
After Halloween, I was like, I'm getting a good meal tomorrow because I'm traumatized and they can see that.
This today has been just, I feel like, the same in the shock as the Halloween episode.
In a different way.
In a different
this
way.
is worse, I think.
This is like...
This is worse.
Weird.
Yeah.
We were like, is it the shopping task today, guys?
And
What's the purpose of all this school bullshit?
Because they've done budget for this. They've like made a lot of...
But did you guys not think, even with the music tonight, we weren't at like that 100%
Oh no, we
vibe.
were dancing to the music. Like
But before any song would come on, we'd all
Me
be...
and Yinra were saying like, oh, should we actually head to bed now? Because like it's like 8 o'clock and we want to get there tonight. And the last time we went to bed early was the Halloween night when we all started taking off our outfits because we were like, we are so tired, we're having an early night. And they were like, someone's getting the chop. Kerry got the chop 1, 3 people got the chop tonight.
It's ridiculous.
That was
But the
so...
sad thing is, it's
that
probably
is so
not
brutal.
even like 11 o'clock yet.
I know.
It was literally 9:20 when they left.
3 of them just fucked off.
It was the way that they said,
okay.
you will leave the house.
Where if you win, can you split the money?
He did not say that.
That's so Jordan though, because I feel like he's so...
That he started the way he left. Fair.
Do you know what? I think he's so authentic because
Well,
he
he
would
went to that
say
grand. He
that.
said he's got half the ownership to the grand. So.
He's so authentic that he would say that, and I just adore him
But that's
so
exactly
much.
what I said to you both. I feel ashamed that the whole...
here for the experience and challenge myself, but I have no judgment on anyone who comes here for
didn't.
money. No judgment whatsoever.
But
It's
I
really,
think
really
there's that
nice
thing-
to be to be playing the game here.
If you
But I
came in,
think
if you came in with that
wanna play the
expectation,
game-
you'd be absolutely devastated.
Yeah, of
If you're
course, but
gonna
then
play
that's
the
their
game-
prerogative, though. That's also their prerogative.
yeah, it is
A
their
real
prerogative.
game player wouldn't voice that.
Kind of trust more in a weird paradox.
I said
And
that
with
to you both.
Trish at the Hunger Games thing, like everyone was going around saying, "Oh, feel free to just
Yeah,
for me,
everyone-
for me."
everyone
And
said
then it
that.
got to her,
Everyone
and she was
said-
like, "I don't want you nominating me."
I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, but everyone said I'm Spartacus, and like fair enough. But she was like, no, I'm not Spartacus. You're not picking me. She was like, I've been had it, and I was like,
I was like, Trish, why did you just tell
I was
the
like,
truth?
no, but fair enough. But I was like,
But I love
she's
it.
honest from the
know.
day
Yeah.
dot. And even if it's like, I actually don't want to pick someone else take the snake coin.
Yeah. That's why I've always said
I
that I would
thought-
never silence Trish, because I think the best thing about her is that she speaks from her heart.
But that is also like comes at her detriment sometimes.
I know,
And like,
but I told you before that I know what people think of pageant girls. So I came in here thinking that I would rather not talk about it. But it's inauthentic to do
but
that.
Mark Knocky, if you did,
weird.
I'd be thinking, oh my God, why is she being so fake? Why is she like hiding this part of her life about
Yeah.
her just to appear better to me?
I know it puts a target on my back instantly.
You
but
told
it's-
me on the first morning that
Yeah.
you did a pageant.
I
I
was
didn't
like, I
understand
can't
what any of
believe I
that
just told you
meant,
that.
but you said like, oh, I'm Miss Universe, and I was like, oh, cool. I think I was just like, oh, that's so nice.
I could not believe I told you
I
that.
don't really
but it would
understand that. That was quite big.
it would that would for me, I literally felt like I just shot myself in the head by telling you that.
Yeah,
but
and
I
you were
thought,
like, I can't believe I've just let
I
that slip
also
in
knew
24
that anyway.
in
so-
24
Yeah.
hours. I can't believe I've let that slip in 24 hours. That I'm.
because but if I know that from
That
like,
I'm Hannah Montana.
like I know that from like my friends who have like done things like this before, that they've tried to keep it a secret.
Oh, fuck, I've just
and
lost
when
my
when they
earring
keep it a
somewhere.
secret, it's betraying their like truth,
Yeah.
and it's betraying the whole like pageant world. So I thought to myself, if it's my detriment,
If it's your detriment,
be.
you go in the first week and you're like,
I've
see
been
you later.
myself.
I've done it.
yeah,
Or you stay to week 6, don't tell anyone, and then
it's
I
weird.
think.
Then if I have to
Wait,
tell,
after we leave this process, I go, wait, she just lied to me
Yeah,
about this entire thing.
I know.
See you later, girl.
So
That's
you're-
weird.
You're right that sometimes the things that people say that shoot them in the foot are actually what makes them more like authentic, like Trish and Jordan, because
Then, for instance, Zach said all of his stuff, but that shot him in the foot, and it just shot him in the foot.
yeah, I think that's because it was so early and people hadn't had a chance to really like warm to him yet.
So, and I did actually really like him.
Same here. Zach, for me, I knew that as time passed, we would be like what you and Paul were. I knew that that was coming, but it just needed time, and I felt gutted that we didn't have the chance to like develop that.
I
but-
think
I
like
genuinely liked Zach. And the whole like rule break thing where Hallie wrote on my back, Zach's a game player. Just because she wrote that didn't mean I ever agreed with it.
You were so unlucky in both your rule breaks that you were like receiving the conversation,
But
not
that's the
leading
thing.
it.
I feel like half the time
well, that's kind of like iconic in a way that you actually never led the conversations. You
I know.
what did I teach you today?
Yeah. What I learned today is if you want drama, you push people to do the drama for you, sit back and watch. That's what she taught me in the schoolgirl. She says, like, she never threw eggs, she never put water in the seat, but she got the drama from it.
Yeah. I
What
let
did
other
you
people do it.
then? You put egg into their hands.
Yeah. You give unto them the egg and let them do what you want to do. And then you sit back, observe,
You're good at school, huh?
and laugh.
Oh my God.
It was a tactic I learned back in my school days and it's stuck with me since. And it's always served me well.
Oh my God.
Don't get me wrong, I didn't particularly enjoy being electrically shocked for the fact that I said tomorrow's going to be fucking hard and thank you, I needed to hear that.
No, also I think you said, yeah. I think that was what happened.
No, it's because...
No, she said something and you said
I'll relay
yeah.
the conversation, right? Something. Tomorrow's going to be fucking hard. Like that.
The expressions one
Right? And Jenkin went, yeah, for you. Like that. And Chanel was like, yeah, for you. And I was like, do yous? And yeah, and then Chanel was like, well, yeah, I mean, I suppose, like, when it comes to my friends, I'll forgive but not forget.
Who nominated? Was it not who nominated Jenkin? I swear Jenkin's name was mentioned.
No, it was just when it comes to my friends, I'll forgive
That could
and
have
not
extended
forget.
to me and Trish as well from the week before.
And then Tom appears, he's like, what's going on?
Was there nothing ever directed at Jenkin when I'd come to my friend Jenkin? Because then she was referencing the week of the Hunger Games.
No, so
It could have been me and Trish as well.
There was nothing.
She literally went, oh, well, I'll forgive but not forget.
Well,
when
then
it
that
comes
could
to
have
my friends.
reference to a few of
And
her
I
friends.
went like that. Oh, yeah, I suppose that. I think I went, oh, well, thank you. I needed to hear that. And I think what that confirmed to me was like that it was all. I wasn't looking for Chanel to help me make my decision. I was looking to know that other people were feeling the same kind of anxieties or like maybe guilt that I was feeling.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely was. So I was like, thank you, I needed to hear that. And I think when I reflect on it, I think what I meant by that was like, okay, I feel a bit less like a bad person now, almost, I guess. And then Tom appeared and was like, what are you talking about? And Jenkin went, speculation. And that was it. And I just hope the whole thing sees the light of day. Because it was
Why then? Because I've got in my head then that I understood at the time and then afterwards I was like, oh, but then it implied Jordan.
Do you know what it was?
Yin running.
Was I was in the diary room and I was saying, oh...
You guys want to hear this?
Why did everyone feel like it implied them three?
Because that was the most recent.
Because when
it was just the most recent drama.
So when it was called out, what Chanel said was...
Oh, yeah, she then did bring up the
it comes
bullying.
into play with... Because Trish was like, well, that obviously implies that you're talking about me, Chanel. And Chanel was like, well, my friends have been called snakes. My friend... It was only at the point when, after Big Brother revealed it, Chanel started
She said a comment, something about the Hunger Games. Did not mention the Hunger
She started
Games.
discussing more
What happened
in depth.
Yeah,
and I think
how
from
she
that then...
felt. And
From
that's
that
how,
implied it was the
at
three
the
in the
time
Hunger
I
Games.
said, I don't know how the fuck I've broke a rule here, but I think I was in the diary room not long after the conversation, like, Chanel's made me feel less guilty, like, for tomorrow. And I think because I was expressing those exact same feelings to Big Brother, they've gone back and listened to
And
the
thought you were influenced.
They might have never had
and
picked that up unless you didn't say in the diary room.
I think they think that Chanel
influenced you.
Influenced me. Does that make sense? So, like, I think that's how the rule was broken. And I re-emphasised it when I went back in. I was like, I didn't let Chanel, and Chanel was going that to me, I'm so sorry you got dragged into that. And I was like, well, in a way though, did I not start the conversation? I was confused because I was like, did I instigate Chanel? Like, you know that way you start to think, well, Chanel's apologising to me, but I don't think she said anything bad. But did I put her in a position to say that? And Jenkin was totally dismissed from it, even though he went, yeah, for you first. And he was like, I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't want dragged in with you
Tom's big part
two.
saying, what you guys talking about?
So, I mean, like, Jenkin...
and Tom said,
That was so
what are you guys
cute.
talking about? I know.
That was really
I mean,
funny.
like,
That was
like,
really
But
funny.
we all forget to laugh in those situations
Yeah.
all the time. Every time it's happened, everyone... I mean, we laughed when it was Yin Run.
But I think the difference in that one, right, that really hurt me was that Trish was trying so hard to not succumb to the nomination paranoia, but then that put her in the line of fire for the nomination
100%.
paranoia.
For
And that's
also
why-
the third week in a row.
But that is why
So you can
I
understand
felt
Trish's
my
part.
conversation with Trish was so warranted, because I understood why she felt that way, and I wanted to make sure. And I said to her, please don't think this is me trying to like save myself, because I've already fucked up enough in here, breaking rules twice, whether I've been an accomplice or the perpetrator. Like, I've put myself in that position. Realistically, me saying that to you isn't me saying, oh, Trish, I didn't do anything wrong, isn't going to save me at all. But I wanted to have a conversation with her because I feel like since Halloween, there was this kind of like unspoken feeling. And I thought, if it's not fixed now and I leave, I'll regret it. Or she leaves, I'll regret it. And that's why I was so glad, and I really recommended that Chanel did the same thing.
Yeah, and I'd recommended, I'm sure you saw a conversation overheard when I was with Trish. I overheard when I was having a Trish one day about Chanel and you were milling around the kitchen.
It was that same day.
I was trying to get them both to talk to each other.
And it was a very open conversation. I actually said to Trish when I was talking to her, I was like, I overheard that conversation.
With me?
And I was uncomfortable with what I'd heard because I heard Trish basically saying, I don't want a conversation with Chanel. And I knew Chanel didn't want...
Chanel.
I was out of anyone the most stuck in the middle of it because it was Chanel who I was so close to, more in the night setting, especially in our bed. She was like my confidant, like we could chat about anything and like we could vent to each other about anything, anyone, and it just like be a sounding board, even if we didn't agree with each other, which we never even really knew if we did or didn't, but we just knew that it was a safe place where we could like ground. And then Trish, I spent the majority of my days with, and then also I saw that they were feeling the exact same things, and they were both just hurt and felt that they were like the figureheads in their groups who everyone was attacking. Yeah. Which in the outside world that wouldn't have happened, but because we're living in a house where you have to nominate people each week, it's an easy choice.
And do you know what? You and Chanel's relationship actually mirrors like what I was trying to do with you. When I stayed in this bed, it was a message to say, no matter what is happening with Paul, I do not want this to shake me and you. And no matter how embarrassing it was for me to crawl into this bed with him sat there.
The night of the Halloween?
The night of Halloween. I was like, I don't care what anyone has to say, I'm staying in this bed because I want to send a message to you that's loud and clear.
I was like, I'm not fucking going anywhere. She can go if she wants to go.
I thought you broke the rule, I said the same thing. I was like, this is my bed also. I'm not going anywhere.
That's the thing, like...
Because when Minaki was milling around the room that Halloween night waiting for Olivia to go to sleep,
I think I said that in the diary room. I was like, we're clearly very stubborn people.
Yeah, when it was the rule break, I was like, excuse me, guys, like, this is my house too. Like, I'm not moving into a single bed.
He's all doing that.
And I'm glad we were both stubborn with it.
No.
He's back to back on the bed.
Yinrun, are you unpacking?
Yeah, Yinrun's collected all her stuff on the bed.
Yinrun's packing.
Yeah, because she doesn't want...
my stuff except the stuff that needs hung up is
I'm going to pack everything.
All my cosmetics.
Yinrun, stop packing.
All my cosmetics tomorrow are going to that bed.
No, you're not, Yinrun.
Not Zach's jumper.
Why have you got Zach's jumper, Yinrun?
I don't know. Trish left this one.
Can I have it?
Yeah, give it to Matt.
Like
He's
that
got
jumper.
no clothes.
I don't have. I've got literally like one jumper. Can I have that?
I just found it there.
I don't have no much.
Yeah, please, God, give it to Matt.
We've been wearing the same shit every
He's due a good shopping spree after this.
Yinrun, you're gonna be in the final, babes.
No.
I want to see that.
You don't know. No one knows. I might go tomorrow. I need to pack.
Don't pack. Stop packing.
I need to pack.
Right, well, whoever has to pack mine, I'm sorry.
It's all across the house, is it?
Can you just make sure you don't steal any of my $1,000? Or actually, you can take a £5 out of the £1,000.
Is there fivers though? Can we actually take a fiver for payment?
Yeah, for doing you a favour.
Because we might forget to pack the £1,000, and Big Brother did say Big Brother did say you are liable.
Yeah,
no one else is liable for the money going missing.
I'll call the police.
If you get backdoored, you better make sure you run in here, grab that, and then go out.
You should actually kick the door down and pay for the refurbishment of the door with the £1,000 because you would never get to see
Tomorrow morning, I'm just going to organise everything and make it look all neat so that whoever needs to pack it.
Shove the money into your clothes.
Yeah.
So like in a seam, so we would never actually know.
And maybe I just need to walk around with this £1,000 at all times now.
Yeah, I think you do, so in case you get backdoored. No one's getting backdoored
at breakfast
till the end.
This is Big Brother. There's now a breakfast eviction. Henry, you you boiled the kettle first. That means you
Yeah.
are evicted.
It is getting down to that sort of stuff. Whoever walked into the garden first, we had it planned, would be the evicted housemate.
The public
I'm
have
scared to let anyone
voted.
go alone anywhere because I'm like, you're
Yeah,
gonna.
we
The
come as a
public have
pack
voted
now.
that the first person to touch the chamomile tea will be evicted.
And if you look in the drawer, there's an envelope that says anyone who touches the chamomile tea will be evicted.
In small
Right,
print.
okay.
Literally.
Henry, you fell asleep during the day. Goodbye.
Do you know what? Fair enough. You mentally fucked me up. So.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not arguing with them. I'm like, if you're kicking me out, kick me out, girl.
Can I just say also what you just said about like Paul's beef with me being like the start of like a domino. It just goes to show that it's impossible. If anyone does come in as a game player, how the hell would they keep it up? Because you have no idea how every small move that people make in here affects.
I don't know how the domino
future.
effects goes into the future.
It's such an amazing process because you can't play it.
So I think the least likely people, this is what my logic is, the least likely people to be game players are the ones who said, I'm coming in for the 100K.
Yeah,
Because if you
that's
wanted
actually so true.
because if you wanted to play a game,
You're not going to say
you're
it.
not saying that. So that's my only that was my logic. So like when people use that, like you can
Do you like
understand
salt
why
and
they used
vinegar?
it.
I don't like
because
salt and vinegar.
It wasn't the reason you
These
came in
are-
with.
yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But those people are going to be the least likely ones
How are
to,
you?
unless they're doing double bluff psychology, where they are playing a game, so they're telling you they're playing a game. So then it's like golden balls, and
squeeze
you
in.
like.
Yeah.
Why it's
but
wet.
Then you just mental.
I don't know. I don't judge anyone, but I personally just know that I
Mr. Jordan.
like would never count myself in to be in the final. So my conscience is clear on that account. But if someone else did, all power to
maybe
them. Like you're allowed.
You don't stop it.
Or fiver at my like pocket money when I was like 11, 12, and I never got it. Or maybe they never actually put a bet on.
I reckon
and then just pocket the £5.
People have lost.
Literally, just skin my teeth. That's literally the third eviction I've survived.
Oh, we survived the third. That doesn't happen
Mr.
It's
Jordan.
third, but like technically one, but three technically.
He's a very complicated person, but deep down, he's a really nice
You're the
guy.
only person to have faced three
You saw that as
different
well.
styles of evictions. You faced a housemate one,
I saw that very
a
early.
backdoor one, and a public one.
Like, even though he was quite like closed in some ways, you just knew
I've never faced
there's a gut feeling that you knew he was
I know,
great and like
No offence, but I feel quite
Good
privileged that
intentions.
I've now survived all three styles. I ain't scared of fuck all.
Same. I'm just privileged to
On
survive two
Friday,
Fridays, like,
the whole village will be reunited.
I honestly think the public just feel indifferent about me. I do not feel favoured one bit. I feel like they're like, just hold tight, we'll get you next week.
I'm the same.
Do you not think the public probably feel indifferent about all five of us sat here?
I think so.
Probably.
That's how it
I
works.
genuinely believe now.
They'll be raging
It
when
was
they see
that.
They'll be fucking raging.
How did we get Trish Paytas?
Feel free to call my bluff.
No, they'll love Yinrun.
I genuinely feel like the five of us. Who the fuck would the public love?
Yeah.
Realistically, because yeah, but it was quite nice. 'Cause if you weren't one of the two, you knew you had another week to go.
Yeah, remember it was like
Shut up, Olivia.
on the first
I
week I
can
was
say
like,
that I faced the public.
Henry, I've never felt my heart like drop more than watching you up. Plus watching Jordan react to you being up.
oh, Jordan was in bits.
He was a mess. He must have felt love at first sight because the way that I saw him react to being up.
Do you think on the outside, like,
It was so funny before the nominations, people needed to go for poos.
well, I said
Why did
to
everyone
you,
have to do
I
go
said
poos?
to
That
you
was so
not
weird.
long before, oh my God, that pizza's fucked me up because we've been jumping about. And I was like thinking while we were dancing to that Black Eyed Peas song, I'm going to the toilet after this, and it just stopped, the lights went up, and I was like, the fuck is
I
going
had to
on?
undo my top button.
Everyone had to go for, everyone was like 5 minutes. And so on top of me and you were taking ages, everyone had to wait to start it. And
I think they were supposed to go at 8:30. That was so bad. It
there's like 5 of us went for poos, I think. It was like,
was actually horrible. It was horrible.
It was like the nervousness as well. And
I could have literally passed away when they said it's face-to-face nominations. I wanted the ground to swallow me up. I was like, not this again.
Not today, Satan.
And then you made it better.
It wasn't even face-to-face nominations. It was face-to-face.
You made it better for me because I felt sick to my core.
Face-to-face eviction. 4 people have been backdoored so far. That's so many.
And do you know
That's
what?
a quarter.
I think
Always
it's
been
worse to be backdoored later on. It's like, give me some dignity for how long.
Especially Jordan and Tom, who were like, come on, give the public at least once to decide our fate.
They have no idea what the public thought. Thought of them.
And
no
the public
idea.
may feel it's so unfair that they never got the chance to.
They'll be raging. If they're like, #get knock you out tomorrow, I hear you. I hear you. I really hear you. I understand, public.
And if you're Jordan's like on Tom's friends and family, you're like, oh, I would have wanted to vote on that.
I know they've not had a chance to save their person once.
No.
You two still pure bloods.
And platinum.
weird, isn't it?
Platinum housemates.
But Olivia was saying that she's actually glad she's survived 3 different styles of eviction.
I'm scared
Yeah.
of nothing.
She's done backdoor.
I'm scared of
She's done
nothing.
backdoor style. No.
Like celebratory event.
I know.
I don't know.
Because I don't know. I thought.
I think it's on purpose now because it's kind of telling you are not going to leave from the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Kerry was obvious from the crowd.
And you know what? You know when I said to you, let me tell you the order in which they were picked, and you were like, don't tell me. And I was like, but I have to because I picked Dylan first before Trish knew that I agreed with her views.
Yeah.
And when I told a lot of people that, they were like, oh, that actually changes things a little bit.
Because Trish would have possessed Dylan first, and then you
If I hadn't have said
someone else.
God knows who I would have possessed if it wasn't Dylan. God
I
knows.
thought you
That's
were
why
the
the
possessed
look-
ones.
That's why the
And you
look of
cursed.
Sorry, yeah. God knows who I'd have killer nominated if it wasn't Dylan.
And that's why like luck does come into it because like who knows that any of these tiny decisions.
The
can
fact that
actually make big
do you know what
impacts.
also played into it? Carrie's card was the first one in the list.
And that's also luck.
So we started off thinking we could discuss everyone fairly, but Kerry happened to be the first one, so we both established that we agreed on Kerry. After that were a few people we were like,
Skip.
yeah, skip. And then Big Brother was like, hurry up. And then
CEO saying that.
yeah, and then we
Scary,
had to
that
decide
guy.
on the strategy from that point onwards. So Carrie, we were like, okay, we agree on her. Now for the other ones, we can't pick someone that's middle ground for both of us. We have to both believe in whoever we pick. I happened to start and pick Dylan, which then I could then, after Trish hadn't argued with me, I couldn't then argue with her when she...
You probably felt it was your duty to go first because it was your secret task, not Trish's.
I was like, I
It's
brought
not
you
her
in here so
task.
that you
It
could
wasn't her
enjoy
task.
a treat after you've been up for eviction. Only for then, like, it to end up being something that puts her in danger. So I was like, if I'm putting you in danger, I have got to allow you to stand by what is said in here. I can't drag you in danger and then drag you along with my view. I've got to let you have your own. And yes, that I really accept that's debated. Like, people will have different views on that, and I really respect that. However, I stand by doing it that way. I stand by it, and I really...
So I just realised I'm the youngest in the house now.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
I'm still the mummy.
I'm the
I hate it.
second
Yeah.
oldest. Harry is younger than me.
You're
What?
right in the middle, I think.
No.
Henry's
Harry
in the
is
middle.
younger than me. Harry is in the middle. Harry is 1 month younger than me.
Oh my God, I'm the youngest in the house.
Dun, dun, dun.
From the start, the youngest was Hallie, Tom, you, then me. We were the 4th youngest.
I mean, I thought... I had no idea. I think I predicted most of them.
What? The nominations night? I thought I would have been nominated. I thought I was gonna. I thought I could count at least 4 that I would have got.
Oh no, I predicted pretty much everyone accurately.
What you thought they would pick as the 2?
Yeah. Yeah. The
No.
only people who I wasn't right was...
You predict mine.
Yeah.
You knew that I wouldn't have gone for Tom.
I knew you wouldn't have gone for Tom, but I didn't predict Jenkin But then when you said his name, I thought, well, who the fuck else was he going to choose?
Yeah.
See, I can't say much more than that, can I?
No.
But yeah, I was right.
Well, are we allowed to talk about? I don't know what we're allowed to do
I don't
now.
know.
Because the cat's out of the bag, so it's not like.
I know, but I'll be careful.
We should just be careful as well,
But-
because. Big Brother, can we talk about nominations? Not from previous ones, but like what the events of tonight. Just let us know, please, because we don't want to get in trouble. Well, carry on, and if they heard that, they heard that.
I think the only ones I couldn't call was the first person you said, and I couldn't call Jenkins.
Who did he go for?
He went for Henry and Jordan. And I had no idea what Yinrun was going to do.
Who did she go for?
And I thought
Who did you go for, Yinrun?
she went Jenkins and